Hello everybody. For this week we were tasked with creating dubstep. So the first thing I did was go through the book and recreate the steps. So as you can see here, I have my drum rack with my different sounds in there. For drums, I created different variations as the book instructed, as well as the riser that the book instructed. I also used operator here to create the bass sounds, which sound like this. As well as the drop sound, which is recording them for 16 measures. I also created the lead sound, also with operator through the book. Sounds like this. As well as a riser, and automated the envelope. So through this, I created a track where I used the same principles, and I will show you how I did that right now. So the first thing that I did was use the same form as was described in the book. So I have my intro, I have my build up, and then my drop, and then my second part of my drop, and I did that for the first and third idea. The next thing I did was create a bass sound and then modulated that using an Ableton rack. I also used the same drum pattern for the riser, as you can see here, and that riser is with the kick and the snare. Using Serum, which is a wavetable synth, I created a couple of different presets, as well as used some presets that I already had to create a bass sound, sort of like this. I also use an Ableton rack to do things like wobble, which sounds like this. And this rack has a whole bunch of choruses, equalizers, delay, phasers, as well as a couple saturation plugins, which is just pretty much like 3 OTTs all together to create that highly distorted and saturated sound.
Dressing up for the night, fairy dust on my dress, blinding lights. When I feel it, kryptonite, ready for the fun, alright. Run, run, baby, go run, run for your life, you just wanna go back. Run, run, baby, go run, run for your life, you just wanna go back. Run, run, run.
Sun don't rise in the west and there's no rescue out of Babylon scene. More time you gotta move like a pagan, a writer's part is extortionate. Fan what's good for the goose ain't good for the alligator. You gotta sponsor your own campaign, don't look for the news, don't wait for the propaganda. Never move like sheep on a farm and a leader, you know I ignore policy. So the boy them are always gonna try chat shit, but I saw the thing set my dog. When you're born and raised in the ghetto, the streets will turn you into a
savage like Robbie when he did kick ball and a Leicester. These roads are far from a tester, so before you take shot just remember, say the youth stand firm in a wall like Nestor. Summertime still gets cold like November. Flow down told him you know what it is, so you better know how to take time in the sector. If you don't die then